SÁRA BEJLEK is back, and this time she is not here just to compete. She is here to take over. At only 20 years old, the left-handed Czech star is suddenly becoming one of the most dangerous names on the WTA Tour. And her latest statement came at the 2026 Cincinnati Open, where Bejlek stunned world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka 7-6, 6-4, producing the biggest victory of her young career and reaching her first WTA 1000 quarterfinal. But this story did not begin in Cincinnati. It goes all the way back to 2022, when a teenage Bejlek burst onto the Grand Slam scene after qualifying for the US Open at just 16 years old. And if you think she is suddenly appearing from nowhere, think again. This is the story of a Czech tennis prodigy who has been building, fighting, losing, learning, and now looks ready to explode onto the biggest stage. And before we go deeper into SÁRA's incredible journey, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we are following the next generation of tennis stars as they challenge the established champions. SÁRA BEJLEK was born on January 31, 2006, in Znojmo, in the South Moravian region of the Czech Republic. She grew up in Hrušovany nad Jevišovkou, near Znojmo, and tennis became a major part of her life from a very young age. Her father, Jaroslav Bejlek, played an important role in introducing her to sport and supporting her early development. And SÁRA grew up surrounded by the inspiration of Czech tennis. One of her biggest inspirations is former Wimbledon champion Petra Kvitova, while her childhood idol is none other than Rafael Nadal. That combination tells you something about Bejlek. She isn't trying to become the biggest hitter on the court. She wants to become the smartest, toughest, and most relentless competitor. In 2022, a 16-year-old Bejlek made her Grand Slam main draw debut at the US Open after coming through qualifying. She defeated Kristina Mladenovic and Heather Watson during qualifying to earn her place in the main draw. But there is an important correction to the story that is sometimes repeated online. Bejlek did not defeat Lyudmila Samsonova at the 2022 US Open. Instead, Samsonova defeated Bejlek in the first round, 6-3, 6-1. That loss, however, did not define her career. It became part of the journey. And today, almost 4 years later, the same teenager who once walked onto the US Open stage as a qualifier is now knocking out world number 1 players. That is the real comeback story. So what makes SÁRA BEJLEK so dangerous? First, she is left-handed. Second, she stands at just around 5'3", but she plays with a tennis brain that is much bigger than her frame. Bejlek uses angles, variety, slice, defensive skills, court coverage, and exceptional tennis IQ to disrupt bigger and more powerful opponents. She is coached by Jakub Kahun, who has been an important part of her development, and the results are now beginning to match the talent. In 2026, Bejlek captured her first WTA Tour singles title at the Abu Dhabi Open. She has also won 4 WTA 125 singles titles, alongside several ITF titles. She reached a career-high ranking of number 34 in April 2026. And now, Cincinnati has produced another massive milestone. Bejlek defeated Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, in the round of 16. If you love seeing young players challenge the established WTA stars, subscribe now. Because SÁRA BEJLEK'S story may only be entering its most exciting chapter. Now let's talk about the money. Because despite all the hype surrounding SÁRA BEJLEK, she has not yet earned the kind of career prize money associated with the established superstars of women's tennis. The official WTA player profile currently lists her career prize money at approximately $696,411. That is impressive for a 20-year-old, but compare that with the enormous career earnings of established Grand Slam champions, and Bejlek still has a very long way to go. And that is exactly why her recent rise is so important. Winning bigger WTA tournaments means bigger checks. Going deeper at WTA 1000 events means bigger checks. And Grand Slam success could transform her financial picture completely. As for her net worth, there is no reliable public figure that establishes exactly how much money SÁRA BEJLEK personally owns. Prize money is not the same thing as net worth. Taxes, coaching costs, travel, training, management, equipment, and other professional expenses all come into play. So, any exact online net worth figure should be treated cautiously. And what about her personal life? Fans naturally want to know whether the young Czech star has a boyfriend. But at the moment, there is no reliably verified public information identifying a current boyfriend or confirmed romantic relationship for SÁRA BEJLEK. So rather than inventing a name or repeating social media rumors, the safest answer is simple. Her relationship status is private and not publicly confirmed, and perhaps that is exactly how she wants it. Right now, her biggest relationship appears to be with tennis, because her career is moving at a frightening pace. So, what comes next? The answer is simple. More pressure, bigger opponents, bigger tournaments, and much bigger expectations. After defeating Aryna Sabalenka in Cincinnati, Bejlek has shown that she can compete with the very best in the world. Now she needs consistency. One giant upset can make headlines, but becoming a true WTA star requires doing it week after week, tournament after tournament. The next goal should be establishing herself permanently inside the top 50, and then pushing toward the top 20 and eventually the top 10. And with her first WTA title already secured, 4 WTA 125 titles behind her, a career-high ranking of number 34, and now a huge victory over the world number 1. The question is no longer whether SÁRA BEJLEK belongs on this stage. The question is how far she can go.